Leading up to my investment in the esports industry was me looking at the sports entertainment industry and wanting to do something around that. And I saw what esports was doing in the Western world, and trust me, I couldn't even think twice about not taking part. When I looked at guys like Nate Shot, Hector, Hastro, these are guys who have built massive brands around this industry, and the fact that it gives you so much room to do so much and not just gaming, and that's why I got the whole more than a gamer concept. Like, you look at 100 Thieves and their lifestyle and apparel, you look at Optic Gaming, Huntsman, NRG and their content, you look at Dallas Empire with Hastro and Envy, Team Envy, and what Hastro is fueling out of. Like, they're doing so much around gaming, around just esports and gaming, and I think this is an opportunity for everyone to actually do something if you're attached to this industry. Like, the slate is so open, you can really go crazy in whatever you do. There's no structured formula. Like, there's nothing structured telling you that, okay, this is what you're supposed to do, this and this is what you're supposed to do in this industry. If you're any sports brand, you're supposed to do this and this and this. Like, it all just goes back to how creative you are and how much you can put out there, be it content, be it apparel, be it anything. And to me, that's really amazing. And one of the things I'd want to put into consideration is, when you come into this industry, you kind of need to look out for, since there are quite a number of titles, there's League of Legends and all that and everything, you need to kind of pick out what title you want to get involved in. And personally, I think I would say Call of Duty. Why? Because to me, out of any other esports title or esports league, I would say Call of Duty has the best. In fact, the time I've spent doing research and looking at it and seeing how all these big players are jumping in to take part, these guys have managed to put out a product that is unstoppable. Like, no one, I haven't seen any yes, League of Legends is big, but if you look at Call of Duty has the potential, and this is something I've said countless of times. Wow, this thing can actually be the NFL of esports. Call of Duty has the potential of being the NFL of esports. Having seen how Hector has been fighting to get Optic back, the LA spot being taken by LA Thieves, Dallas Empire winning the championship, like, there is so much that happens on console and off console, and to me, that's what builds an industry. Having roster mania heating up, Twitter is blowing up, social media is involved, and everyone is having that conversation. Having just placement for teasers, this is something that traditional sports industry does not have room to do. Like, they don't have room to even make special signing. Like, everything is just so formal and traditional, and I would say a bit boring. Not to put it out there, I respect the sports industry 100%, because there's a lot of sports has to learn from the Premier League and the NBA and all that. But I believe esports is kind of creating a new line for this. It's creating a new line for announcements, it's creating a new line for hype, it's creating a new line for pop culture. So who wouldn't want to be part of this? I got back into sitting down and putting hours into gaming once Warzone was released. To me, that has been it for me. I don't think I would have sat down and even owned a console or a PC to play a particular game, or even do streaming or create gaming related content if it wasn't for Warzone. I would tell you 100%. And again, that just adds a bonus to Activision. Me looking at it and saying that, okay, these guys are doing something right. These guys are actually going to set pace. when it comes to the industry. These are guys everyone's going to be looking at. These are guys all publishers are going to be sitting down and studying. Warzone has the potential to be massive, and just seeing that from the people who have been participating, the players, and it even transitioning into an e-sport, that's really, really, really amazing. So with Cold War coming out, yes, the plan is to have something around Cold War. I really want to get deeply invested into Call of Duty as a title. When you come out into the industry, one of the first things you should always do is see what game to get involved in, what game has potential, what title has future. There are a bunch of games out there, so it's about you sitting down and knowing, okay, I think I want to get involved in this game and have reason to it. I have my reasons for paying attention to Call of Duty versus Fortnite versus FIFA, versus League of Legends, for particular reasons. So, and I can't 100% say that yes, I'm right, yes, I'm correct, yes, my stats are actually what's going to happen. This is a risk, this is business. So me willing to take the risk and focus on Call of Duty, and maybe 5 years down the road, Activision is bought out and maybe the game changes and maybe it's losing its fan base, it's losing its players. That's an L I should be able to take and learn from that whole experience. So I'm not looking at it because one may ask me, why focus on Call of Duty? What if it doesn't break through? What if anything can happen, But I would say it's a risk I'm willing to take, and whatever comes out at the end of the day will be a lesson learned for me. The only harm there would be if this person you're working with, or if this sponsor you're working with, doesn't have the same culture as your brand, as your business. It may kind of fall apart. So that is why I'm trying to make sure that I can build my organization without having to rely on a third party for funds or for investment. I'm trying to grind so hard and work so hard to see that I can self-sustain my organization, self-sustain my business, self-sustain my team, and use other and various income streams to make this even bigger. I don't want to rely on sponsors or investors to grow my organization. I want to rely on my hard work, my sweat, my income and my revenue coming in, and then look at sponsorships and investments to just grow a little above the expected, and even reach out there and tap into the Western market. So that's something I'm really highly focusing on, and hopefully we can execute. I actually played a game with Orochi and Fahad, Koldo, and it's not as bad as I thought. But
let's get into competitive scenes.
and I just wanted to get the feel of it. I was so biased about it, but man, it doesn't seem so bad. By the way, how's the roster looking?
It's a decent game. The roster. Okay, bro.